Explain why you do this.
Yes,
exactly
so I am the founder and executive director for the nonprofit Rock Era. Rock stands for regardless of color. So our mission is to enrich, thank you. Our mission is to enrich, empower, and invest in at-risk youth and vulnerable communities through arts, fitness, and mentorship. So this, it's personal to me. People ask me why I do this. And when I look at our kids, I see myself. I grew up in a low-income area. First and foremost, I could give all glory and honor to God.
Come on.
Okay? I gotta make sure that I give him the glory because we are just walking in his purpose. We say it every day, okay?
Absolutely.
But I grew up in a low-income community myself, and my father was incarcerated my entire life. So I still to this day have never seen his photo. I've never heard his voice, and I know that he passed away when I was 11 while incarcerated. So that was hard, but I had a strong mama. She was really strong. She was my mentor, and but I had other mentors come into my life, and they were amazing. And for me, that's what I needed. I needed that mentor to come into my life and show me the power of the arts, and they did. And so, and I didn't have access to those opportunities.
Right.
And I've decided that I want to be that mentor to these kids now. And you know how crucial arts is in a child's development.
Yep.
And I want to say this, it saved my life. I don't think I'd be sitting here on this couch with my children without it. You have been such an inspiration to me, to my kids, to all of us. And so we just felt like we were such an alignment being on this show. Such an honor. So I decided to quit my career in 2018. God had a calling on my life. He said, you got to do something else. So I took my last bow and I decided to give back to our Black and brown youth.
That is beautiful.
I'm gonna pour this into this glass and I want you to tell me when to stop. Deal? Keep going.
Stop, 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 stop it!
Now fellas, this right here represents us. And what happens is we take in everything that we experience throughout the day, right? But because us as young men, we keep it in, listen fellas, trying to be tough, we don't let it out, we don't talk about it, we keep it in, what eventually happens?
You overflow.
We overflow and then we make a mess. So as young men, we have to find safe places that we can talk about what we are going through and what we're feeling.
How did it happen for the video to get out there?
Well, we do a lot of work, and I've been a mentor for over 10 years back home in Lexington, Kentucky. And we do a lot of work with young people who've been impacted by gun violence. And so when we come into these schools, we understand that teachers have a mandate to teach. So they don't have the bandwidth to focus on a lot of issues that our kids need to hear about. And so we come in, we talk about financial literacy, we talk about conflict resolution, and we talk about mindfulness. And I think that that's an important lesson because what I'm seeing is a lot of young adults are acting out because of suppressed and untreated trauma. So how do we start at a young age to get these kids to talk about things that they're dealing with?
Talk about it.
Because we taught as young boys, be tough. You fall down, hurt yourself, get up, you'll be all right. Right? And so we're taught that being a man is to keep our feelings inside when really being a man is being able to express yourself in a
and a
healthy way.
human.
That's right.
On top of it.
That's right.
That's for sure. Tell me about your organization and what do you do exactly?
So I am the founder and executive director of a nonprofit organization called Girls Make Beats. And our mission is to empower young girls in music by teaching them how to become music producers, DJs, and audio engineers.
That is awesome. Why is it so important to create for young girls?
It's extremely important. Currently, women are represented as less than 3% of music producers in the industry, and it's imperative for women and young girls to have creative expression that is authentic to them, and it really starts at that process. So we're super passionate about making sure that these girls have that creative power in these spaces that are typically male-dominated.
I love that you're doing that because I notice as an artist, I rarely see women producers, engineers, all of those things. So it's necessary and needed. And I love that you instill it in all the young ladies. Girl, your nails are everything. I'm sorry. Do y'all see her nails? And you fierce. So tell us about your amazing nonprofit.
Okay, so I started in 2020. It was my quarantine project. And I just started with a group of strangers. I had an idea that Black girls need a mentorship. So I started reaching out to just strangers on LinkedIn, like, hey, I want to join my board. So we worked for 2 years. virtually, never been in the same room. And then in October of 2022, we launched. We started with 4 girls, and then we increased to 6. Now we're at 10. All of our girls are at USC. We provide a psychosocial safe space. So they get one-to-one mentorship. They meet with their mentors once a month. Then they have what we call confabs, and they meet every 2 weeks where they discuss things that are important to them as Black women. So that includes like hair, self-love. We did financial literacy last night. And then they have excursions, and this is like a pop-up excursion. We had the opportunity. So they go out, and they've done things like rock climbing. They've done private sushi making classes.
Ooh, nice.
We've done, I'm looking at her because I don't remember all the stuff that we've done. But we do all these amazing things. And so just to show them what's possible in life and to also just kind of bond as a group of Black women.
That is amazing. When did you start Women Leading Technology?
Actually, I started back in 2018, and I started off as a LinkedIn group. And it was really just for me to have other women that were like in the same space as me, so that we can have someone to, talk to and have the same struggles that we all have. And I just started that way. And then it went from a LinkedIn group to a full-blown organization where I did my paperwork and all of that. And next thing you know, it just took off.
Wow. And how long was that process? Like how long?
It was actually 4 years. So we've actually been around for 4 years now. We're still a baby. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What type of programs do you offer?
So ours is STEAM with 2 A's, I love to say that. So we do science, technology, engineering, arts, architecture, which is our signature program, and math. But we also do gaming, coding, media, and fashion. And we do robotics and different things like that.
Oh my goodness. This is heavy. What was the reaction from the kids to the hugs?
Yeah.
I think that's such a beautiful thing,
For a lot of my boys, they expressed they probably didn't get a hug until, they performed in a football game or, they walked across the stage for a graduation. But, to receive a hug for simply showing up for the day was not the norm. And for many of them, it felt like they were finally seen. It felt like someone actually cared. It validated their presence. And I think at a time now more than ever, our boys really do need to be seen. Our children need to be seen.
That is powerful. And it's so true. Because it seems like it opened it up to a broader conversation. You would think, those are the little things that we tend to take for granted. It's like a hug or, a touch, or even simple kindness, a hello, how far it goes. Were you surprised by how it just opened up the conversation and what more came out from something is saying, do you need a hug? And the difference, what's the difference that you see is making in their lives now?
What I've seen is my students coming in being much more open to speak, open to share, open to be vulnerable. I see their personalities coming out. Just as much as many of those boys needed those hugs, the truth is I miss those hugs from my son.
Can you tell everyone what it is you do?
Well, I am an assistant clubhouse director at a local Boys and Girls Club in Southern Nevada. Lee Memorial Boys and Girls Club. We have 13 different locations in the Southern Nevada area where we contribute to the youth every single day, Monday through Friday. Yeah.
That is beautiful. Why did you join the Boys and Girls Club?
I joined the Boys and Girls Club simply because it runs in my family. My cousin was once a teen director, and I used to go up there and just chill with the kids. I was an unofficial volunteer. And I used to go up there and just chill with the kids and kind of have fun with them and everything. And it was just more so, I liked it, I enjoyed it. So I got hired, and the rest is history. I've been there 9 years.
Wow, so you was just there out of enjoyment. That's amazing, congratulations. And then it kind of like found you, like that's how you got into it.
Yeah.
What do you love most about your job?
It's the kids, just coming to see the kids every single day. Just seeing the smiles on their faces, and it's never a dull moment with me when I'm with the kids. It's never a dull moment. I'm always there. I'm always on point, and I'll be ready to work.
Think of all the people you have blessed. Can you explain what the 3 L's is exactly?
We do phenomenal work with community, though. Not me, not my team, the families and students we serve. I was a teacher and a principal, and just knew our kids who were struggling to read like me, it's something else we have to do. We have to support teachers to do the work of reading. We have to support the principals to understand how to lead the work of reading. And we have to create space and listen to students and families in authentic, healing, humanizing ways that if a mama says my baby can't read, that we find a solution for it. Our program is creating space for that.
Wow. And speaking of space, you've impacted over 6,000 people?
More. I'm Bree.
More.
But not to be cocky or anything.
No, how you move it?
The work that we do, what we're finding is that other organizations who have struggled with understanding how to support Black and brown families in literacy are emulating us. We're more than willing to hand out the turnkey, do what you need to do so kids can read.
Yes.
Literacy is a civil right.
I love your passion.
Right, it's not a game.
It's
This
not
is
a
life.
game. If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe to the Jennifer Hudson Show YouTube channel. Check your local listings or visit jenniferhudsonshow.com to see when you can watch full episodes in your area. And don't forget to sign up for the newsletter.